Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is JP the Outlaw, here to give you my review for TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2018. It's the voice that makes them moist, your favorite color commentator, here to go over this lackluster review. Because it's lackluster only because the favorite review was garbage. So if we're basing it off anything, we're going to base it off of that. So let's kick it off. We get with the pre-show, where you had the cruiserweights for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. You had the cruiserweights in action. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander. Like I said before, I would like to see somebody other than Cedric in that position and in that role. Buddy Murphy, as always, comes out and performs dominantly as he does, quote-unquote being the juggernaut of the cruiserweights. Again, I would like to add that I would like to see these guys on a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live fighting for the U.S. title or the Intercontinental. I think both men would be good inside of either division, especially Cedric Alexander. Flippy shit. Moving on, another pre-show match with Elias and Bobby Lashley. Like I said before in the predictions match, Bobby Lashley, since coming back to the WWE, has done nothing for me. I feel as though Bobby Lashley could be way better, being one of the only all black males that can vie in a believable way for the heavyweight championship, be it on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live. So, seeing the way that they're using him and how he's being used with the butt jokes and posing and all this other shit with Lio Rush, who is another great talent that is not being used. And yes, his voice is extremely annoying. I understand why you would use him to get proper heel heat. But, you could be doing a lot more with Bobby Lashley. On the other side of that coin, you have Elias, who's cutting some of the best promos of his career in his current state and in his current run. Especially being Babyface, transitioned well from heel to Babyface. So, I think you could be doing a lot more. They gave Bobby Lashley the win here. I would have probably won Elias, only because I can see you investing more in promos, especially in the WWE on a Monday Night Raw. You can invest more into the promos than you would the actual wrestling, because they believe in entertainment versus actual ring performance. So, moving on, they kick off the show with the Mismatch Challenge. This was garbage. Again, like I said, I would have started the cruiserweights off with something nice, probably in the beginning of the show, to start the pay-per-view, get everybody hype and in the crowd. Understanding why they went with the Mixed Match Challenge, to keep the pay-per-view light and try to keep this crowd from falling asleep from boredom. Let's see if we can't get some laughs out of them. Completely understand. Doesn't justify the fact that you have R-Truth literally tossing around the Singh brothers after a 5-minute dance break, because they jumped in the ring and danced. And I went Jinder Mahal here, Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox, because you can't really count out Jinder Mahal when there's more than 2 people in the ring. And clearly, everybody got into the ring at a certain time in this match. I mean, the Singh brothers, Alicia Fox, Carmella, R-Truth, Jinder Mahal, all was in the ring at one point. So, I don't know if the rules apply anymore, but I knew this shit was going to break down and lead all up to a dance break, and, it is what it is. After the match, post-match, they had interview with R-Truth and Carmella, asking them about where they'll be vacationing at, because that was also a part of the stipulation, where they get an all-expense-paid vacation to wherever they would like to go in the world, alongside the number 30 spot for the Royal Rumble. And, FYI, fucked up way to give away the number 30 spot. I remember back in the day when they used to roll the wheel, and, you pick a number, that's your number. Do that. Bring that back. I know it's played out and it's old. Bring it back, because you haven't done it for a while. Anyway, not that I know of. I could be rewriting history. Anyway, R-Truth says he want to go to Greenwich, Connecticut, to the main base of the WWE, which is fucking hilarious. I'm pretty sure Vince had a great laugh while, he was jerking off to a fucking Braun Strowman picture. Pretty sure. Anyway, moving past this, R-Truth, Common Gold, Carmella did her thing, and Carmella actually picks up the win for her team. over Alexa Bliss. It was supposed to be Alexa Bliss. There's so many things that's changed in this Mixed X Challenge. It really fucking doesn't matter. The 30 spot does nothing for anybody. Moving forward. We then go into a tag team match with the Usos, the Bar, and the New Day. The New Day does, New Day does their shit, pancakes, whatever. The Bar, as always, talented in the ring. All three teams are good. They are the benchmark for their respective brand, literally the backbone of SmackDown Live and their tag team division, if not on both brands. So, if you're looking for a great tag team match within the WWE on the main roster, you'll mention the Bar, you'll mention the Usos, you'll mention the New Day. So, a great match here. These guys played off each other well. A lot of high spots in here. Fucking Kofi Kingston went for the flying T. You had Cesaro hit the Cesaro swing. In the end, it boiled down to Xavier Woods getting a quick roll up. Getting rolled up by Sheamus. And Sheamus picking up the win here for his team. Still don't understand why they put Big Show in it. Why Big Show was ever involved with the Bar. But, it is what it is. Moving past that to the third match, Bryan versus Baron Corbin. Braun and friends, which is, and I'm going to, run it down right here. Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Apollo Crews, and Heath Slater and Kurt Angle. Now, Heath Slater was the referee. Essentially going into this, Baron Corbin has stacked all the odds against Braun. And, he paid off the ref. He got the TLC match. And knowing that Braun is already hurt, so he's going to brutalize and so on and so forth. Braun comes out with the brilliant idea that this match is a no disqualification. And, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do in this match. So, Heath Slater gets all excited. He throws off his shirt. Out comes Finn Balor. Not in this particular order, but out comes Finn Balor. Out comes Chad Gable. Out comes Apollo Crews. All these guys that Baron Corbin has somehow affected during the course of a month of Monday Night Raw, or maybe even 2 months. And the last but not least, Kurt Angle comes out after Baron Corbin has worked his way back up to the top of the ramp. Kurt Angle comes back, knocks him back down to the ring. Everybody takes their chance on beating him up, getting their finishers in, and whatever. Braun takes his time, steps into the ring, puts his foot over fucking Baron Corbin, and 1, 2, 3, Braun Strowman wins the match. I think they could have went a better way about booking this match here. I've said that in my preview and predictions episode. I don't mind this. I think you could have done without, because, again, it's Baron Corbin. Okay, you don't need Finn Balor. You don't need freaking Bobby Roode. You didn't need Chad Gable. You didn't need freaking Apollo Crews to be involved in this. And mostly, you damn sure didn't need fucking Kurt Angle. Okay? Kurt Angle could have came out on Monday Night Raw. We appointed you the new GM because Baron Corbin, based off of this match here, is no longer GM of Monday Night Raw. So, boom. That's how I would have did that. Moving on, our next match, Ruby Riott versus Natalya. Now, Natalya takes out the Riott Squad pretty early in the match, putting each woman through a table. And this was a quick match. It wasn't really nothing to ride home here. I just don't like the idea of using Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I could be saying the name wrong. Forgive me for butchering it. I don't like the idea of using Natalya's father to pretty much garner heat for this match. And outside of that, what else are they fighting for? Like, there's no number one contendership on the line to go up against Ronda Rousey or anything like that. This is just a match, basically a filler match, for absolutely no reason. I know Natalya just came back and they're trying to give the women some type of highlight so you get 3 women matches on a pay-per-view. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I just don't like the idea of this particular match and what it's based off of. That's it. I think Ruby Riott is great in the ring. I think Natalya is great in the ring. She kind of looks like a crazy cat lady, which was her gimmick at one point. But, it is what it is. Ruby Riott. So, moving on. Natalya, of course, picks up the win, putting Riott through a table with her likeness on it, which was stupid as well. So, we'll leave that alone. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Let me see here. Match, Finn Balor. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre definitely on one of his best runs. Don't change anything about Drew McIntyre. Keep him the way he is. Let him cut his own promos and tell everybody how weak the rest of the back of the locker room is. Keep that shit. Don't fuck with Drew McIntyre. There's going to be big things for him in 2019, so we're not even there yet. We're at the tail end of the year, so 2 more weeks to the new year. Let's do it for Finn here in this moment. They give Finn Balor a win. I don't like the idea of Finn Balor getting a win via help from Dolph Ziggler, especially at a time where you need more babyface superstars to highlight, because all your big babyface superstars, your Roman Reigns and your Braun Strowmans, are injured right now, are not there. So therefore, with that case, you need to rebuild Finn Balor. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. All 3 of these guys should be a priority. Because now you're building for these are your backups. In case when these guys do come back in there 100%, they have viable opponents to go against. And I'm not even talking about Brock Lesnar at this point. I'm talking about your Roman Reigns and your Braun Strowmans, okay? Because eventually Brock Lesnar will go to the UFC. Even if he doesn't, you have to get the Universal Championship off of Brock Lesnar. It needs to be on Monday Night Raw. And I don't think you do that with a Braun Strowman who you turned into a lovable monster. You do that with a serious Drew McIntyre. You do that with a serious Finn Balor. You can do that with a serious Seth Rollins, my opinion. Like I said before, Finn Balor pick up the win here due to the interference from Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler hits Drew McIntyre with a super kick unbeknownst to Finn Balor. Finn Balor slides back into the ring, hits the coup de grace, and picks up the win. Like I said, push Dolph Ziggler. Can't stress that enough. The women's match. Okay, let's get into this. Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. Who cares? Nia Jax looked good here in this match. Nia Jax looks better than what she did prior, but if you have a Ronda Rousey flipping and flopping all over the fucking place, overselling, not taking anything from Ronda, but you're overselling when you're doing certain things, certain facial expressions. You don't have to go. She looks like a woman in distress versus a female wrestler. That's the best way to put it. Like, she's actually in pain. Now, again, it's good to sell that way. Look at Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has oversold his whole career, and look at how they treat him now. Now, you're beating up Ronda Rousey and you're trying to make her into a megastar. She should not be overly selling this shit. Yeah, she should take her bumps and her bruises, without a doubt. But, like I said, flopping around, oh God, and all this other good shit, she doesn't need to do all that. Yes, acknowledge that there's pain, but you should be, again, you're promoting her as the female Austin, the baddest woman on the planet, or some cool shit like that. Come on. And that's not even the best part of this match. The best part of this match was Tamina coming out looking like a face-painted Joker or a clown. I want to say the clown so, I won't get hit with any fines from DC. She looked ridiculous. And, she got to do something with the face. You can go plain face. You don't need all that makeup and shit. I'm cool with all the black. Keep that because, you're a big Samoan woman, and I'm a chubby chaser, from what I've been told. I like them thick. So, just take the makeup off. That's all I'm saying. Oh, buddy. All right, where are we at now? Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio in a chairs match. Now, this match was pretty good. I like what they're doing with Randy Orton, building up that heel character that he's portraying. I also like what they're doing with Rey Mysterio since he's came back. He hasn't really done anything. Let's be clear. But he hasn't really suffered either. I think him and Randy Orton has been his most interaction. So, and this feud is just kicking off, and I'm all the way for it. I think these two put on a great match. If I take you back to again, like I said in my predictions video, if I take you back to the match that they had at WrestleMania with Kurt Angle was barely in that match. It was Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio making that match happen. So, and Kurt Angle had his bits and pieces to it. So, if I seen now, I could have done without less chairs inside the match. I could have done without all the chairs, 92 fucking chairs around the ring. I could have done without all that. I could have also done without the whole match being based around the use of the chair. There's ways to do chair spots. There's ways to introduce the chair, and then from that point on, the chair be the focal point of the match. Versus, alright, aesthetically, I'm giving you a bunch of chairs around the ring, and I'm literally, for each move that was made, a chair was involved. If it wasn't Randy Orton falling over and trying not to fuck his face up on the chair, or Rey Mysterio getting thrown off the table and flipping back onto a chair, come on. Too many fucking chairs. You know? But other than that, it was a great match. You know, I definitely enjoyed it. And I'm waiting to see where they go. Like I said, Rey Mysterio should be somewhere in the U.S. title come WrestleMania season. He should have that either on him or vying for it. Randy Orton should be up somewhere, either battling Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship or in some type of marquee match, maybe even that Batista match if Triple H is not 100%. Moving on past that, we have Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. These two guys meet up, and I'm sorry. Before we go there, we have the Intercontinental Championship match: Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. I don't like Chicken Shit Hill Dean. I'm not a big fan of it. I like when Dean came out, there was a lot of intrigue around his character, feeling betrayed and left out from the Shield, not calling him, checking up on them because they didn't care. They also didn't take him to the fair. Seth and Roman did not care. And no, they would not like green eggs and ham. And secondly, the great match here. I just don't like the character that Roman, freaking Dean Ambrose is portraying right now. Now, again, I can understand if that's what the capacity you would like to use Dean Ambrose in moving forward from Seth Rollins, because I think once you move him on from Seth Rollins, he can have a nice, lengthy Intercontinental Championship run. Okay? Seth Rollins wins the championship at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. And then you take the title off of Dean and move him up to challenge Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Or, not the WWE Championship, the WWE Universal Championship, which is the World Heavyweight title on Raw. Anyway, but I think that's the way you should go with this, because again, outside of the names I've already mentioned, Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre, you really have nobody else. So you got to really start promoting these guys and getting them up to a certain level. I would even like a Dolph Ziggler, but I'm trying to be realistic. Okay? You know, I really think Dolph should just leave and go with Cody and them in All Elite Wrestling. And just do your thing. Dolph Ziggler, like I said, Dean Ambrose wins here. I would probably throw him into a feud with Elias or maybe somebody else other than that. Moving on from there, the WWE Championship match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. This was really a brawl. These guys have met in the past. These guys have really went at it. And so when I see them now in their early 40s having a match and seeing how they're moving inside the ring, they weren't trying to give the people but so much. And you can literally tell that from the start of this match to the end of it. It never really hit that next gear. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm AJ Styles out. Because normally when AJ Styles kicks it over into that second gear, you can tell. You know, the whole match, everything changed. Same with Daniel Bryan. So, you know, him playing this heel character, he's taking a more laid-back approach. Like, he changed everything. He revamped. He, like, black on black, ring attire, you know. I'm waiting. He got... Daniel Bryanson is coming, man. Bryan Danielson is coming, okay? He's going to have the crew cut. He's going to come in with the beard. He's going to start crawling to the ring like he used to do back in the ROH days. So, you know, he's already starting to do it. Just, I'm waiting on the hippie head. I don't know what's going on. He kind of looks like Kurt Cobain. You know, Nirvana, if y'all remember Nirvana from back in the day. Yeah, so I see the look that he's going for. I dig it. Again, what do you do with AJ Styles? He really has not had a real WrestleMania moment. So I would think that you would put either him somewhere in the WWE Championship match where he could really cut up with somebody and really cut loose. I thought that was going to happen with Nakamura. It didn't happen. I blame Roman for that, though, because we were there. We seen it. It's like everybody went slow. Everybody slowed down because Roman had the main event against Brock Lesnar. And they knew if you let AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura put on their match from Wrestle Kingdom 11, and that match you got at WrestleMania, two totally different matches. And this is why I say I know AJ Styles is taking that backseat work in a lighter pace. Same with Daniel Bryan. So, you know, it's time for AJ to have that marquee match. That's all I'm saying. Like, when he came to WrestleMania and he went up against this person and it's stuck in your brains forever. Who does he have that match with? I have no idea. Outside of Randy Orton, I can't think of nobody, any real character that stuck to their story arc. Same with Daniel Bryan. Like Daniel Bryan, he had to turn heel because there's no other fucking heels on SmackDown. Samoa Joe, Andrade Cien Almas, Rusev. They fucked Rusev, so I don't know if he's still a babyface now. I really don't know. So it's interesting to see where they go from there. And last but not least, the main event, Becky Lynch versus Asuka versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship of SmackDown Live. Like I said before, I think Becky Lynch and Asuka can put on a great match. I think the reason why this match was so slow, the reason why this match felt like just bullshit, was because of Charlotte. And only because of the way Charlotte is performing. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm not saying that she doesn't have the energy. I see the energy is there. It's just she looks awkward. She looks like, you know, she should not still be doing this. Like back in the day, she looked like she was having fun. She was enjoying herself. Now it's like, I'm tired, so I'm just going to beat the shit out of you with this kendo stick. Alright? Then I'm going to throw my body across you and call it a fucking moonsault. It's not a moonsault if she's barely making a fucking turn. She damn near broke her neck on fucking goddamn SmackDown Live last week. And then she comes up this fucking pay-per-view on Sunday and damn near kills her fucking self and Becky Lynch. Couple of great spots in this match. Not taking nothing away from the match. Outside of that and fucking Ronda Rousey, but we'll get there. There's a spot that Becky Lynch did and I want to talk about. The Becky Lynch spot, she kind of just fucking leg dropped Charlotte. But she had Charlotte and Asuka set across the announce desk. And, you know, she had the ladder set up. She climbs up probably to like the third or the fourth step of the ladder. Jumps off and she kind of flops in a leg drop position on top of Charlotte's fucking torso. Trying to hit Asuka as well. But Asuka got the fuck out of there. So, and then the table imploded. She landed and then the table blew up. Do you dig me? So, you know, it didn't look right. Doesn't look, and I blame Charlotte. Maybe it was the color paint she had on, which was fucking up my eyes. Barely see her, and all the bright lights. Or, maybe I believe Charlotte and fucking Charlotte. I believe Asuka and Becky are close to the damn same height, so they can put on a better performance with each other. You know, Charlotte only looks good because she's taller than half the women's roster. Like, seriously, if somebody fucking drop kicked you and they was about as tall as your fucking house, what would you think? Damn, that nigga's powerful. Right. So, coming full circle, then somewhere at some point in this fucked up match, okay, not saying the match was bad, it was fucked up because of Charlotte. After her fucking bad spots and her lazy ass kendo sticks, Asuka looked a little afraid to climb the ladder, okay? Like, she had the tallest ladder in existence, and she's just a wee woman. No offense to women, she's tiny. Bring the shit down a little bit. It doesn't have to be that fucking high. So she's climbing the ladder with Asuka. They're battling it out. Becky Lynch climbs up. Asuka gets knocked off. Becky Lynch starts fighting with Charlotte on another ladder. So Charlotte then climbs to the next ladder. Out comes fucking Ronda Rousey with the mean face. I'm like, oh shit, Ronda about to fuck some shit up, right? Okay, now mind you, give you a visual. There's one ladder directly underneath the goddamn championship. There's another ladder beside the ladder that's underneath the championship, which is too far away to reach for the championship. Charlotte and Becky is on this ladder, okay? Ronda then comes into the ring, steps underneath the ladder, the original ladder, the first ladder, and pushes the second ladder so goddamn laxity. You ever had a kid? You ever tell your kids, if you have kids, have you ever told your kid, go clean up, do this, and they give you that, I don't want to, Well, that was the embodiment of what the fucking Ronda Rousey just gave us. Oh, I gotta go out and push this ladder? Shit. Alright. She goes out, push the ladder. Fucking Charlotte and fucking Becky falls off. Asuka climbs up and wins the championship. Asuka did not need fucking Ronda Rousey to come in and interfere in this match at all. Because Asuka could have got back on her fucking feet and then kicked the goddamn ladder down. Which would have been more aesthetically pleasing than fucking Ronda Rousey coming in here lackadaisical, pushing a goddamn ladder. Didn't even try to look intimidating. Well, no, she came down there with the mean face. She tried to look intimidating, but it did not work. And then after that, that's it. You don't give us nothing else. No beat down on the outside after what fucking Charlotte did. No fucking beat down on Becky Lynch after all the shit Becky was talking. Nothing. But you're the baddest woman on the planet. Consistency. We gotta build characters. Ronda Rousey is a brand new character. You have yet to build her properly or appropriately. Just saying. Baddest bitch on the planet, my ass. My name is JP the Outlaw. That is the end of the TLC 2018 review. Next year is going to be a doozy, I'm pretty sure. As always, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, JP the Outlaw. Also, check us out on Mixer if you have an Xbox. You can look us up on JP Outlaw. Same thing. It might pop up as something else. We're currently playing a couple of games on there. I want everybody to go out and check it out. Alright? You're also getting Dream Match Saturday coming back. As well as, that's on the 2K Universe mode, Dream Match Saturday. 2K Universe mode also coming back. And then you have gameplay. So, content galore for the channel. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm JP the Outlaw. Peace. I'm out.